Hello, beautiful yogis. Ashley here, and welcome to day 43 of the 75 Hard Yoga Challenge. I am so incredibly proud of you for showing up today. We are already halfway through the challenge, and you are proving to yourself one breath at a time exactly what you are capable of. So today we are shifting our focus upward. So we're going to be diving into a 45-minute strong shoulders flow, a practice really designed to not just build your physical stability, but to cultivate the inner fire and resilience that you need to carry your world with ease. So this is about power, precision, and claiming your strength. Now, we won't be needing any specific props for this flow, though always feel free to keep your blocks nearby if they support your practice. Remember, this is your mat, your journey. All right, take a deep breath in. Let's prepare to move with purpose today, and I will meet you in a comfortable seated position at the top of your mat. Let's go ahead and get started. So hopefully you found a comfortable seated position. Here, let's go ahead and tuck the tail down, pull the belly button in, lift the heart, shoulders up, back, and down. Chin is tucked, eyes are closed. Let your hands rest to your knees. And let's just take a second here to really begin to set the intention for our practice today. So we can really start our practice with intention and a grounded, focused energy. So just bringing your awareness to your breath and just notice your breath as it is without feeling the need to shift, change, or alter the breath in any way. Just allow yourself to observe it. And whatever feels natural, let it be. Remaining lifted through the spine. And now let's begin to add a little intention and control to the breath, finding the Ujjayi breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Allowing the breath to scrape the back of the throat, even on your inhale. And again. And notice as you connect to this Ujjayi breath, the sensation, the sound of the breath really helps you to dive inward. Notice as the sensations of the breath really allow you to be present in the moment. And everything else just seems to melt away. And in this moment, nothing exists but this breath. Let's take another deep breath in. And a deep exhale out through the nose, scraping the throat. And now that you've arrived to yourself, to your breath, and to your practice, inhale, lift those arms above the head. And on that exhale, bring your hands together into your heart center. From that place of awareness and groundedness, set the intention for your practice. So what has brought you to your mat, and what are you cultivating within the short time that we have together? And once you've set your intention, send the energy down, grounding into the earth. Send it all the way up to the universe for manifestation and creation as those palms touch. Gently open up the eyes, exhale. Inhale, feel that lift. And on your exhale, open up your palms. Let your palms face towards the floor, thumbs pointing towards the front of the room, bringing the shoulder blades back together. And then now we're just going to do a couple little circles. So just one direction, doesn't matter which one, we'll do both. Opening up through the shoulders, really let those shoulder blades really come together here. We want to start to warm up those deep shoulder muscles. Let's do one more. Same direction. Now we flip the palms, thumbs are pointing behind you. Circles. Same direction. Notice how this changes a little bit. You should start to feel a little bit of that fatigue in the shoulder blades. All right, and then inhale, rise those arms up. On your exhale, drop that right hand down, spider walk those fingers to the side. Lift that left arm up and over, gaze to the palms. Draw the belly in. Inhale and exhale, just switch those sides. Walking it on over to the other side. Gazing up to the palm. Anchoring that right hip down. And then inhale, rise it to the center. On your exhale, we bring those palms towards the floor. Now we're gonna switch the directions, okay? So whatever direction you're going in, we're gonna switch it. And again, we're feeling that burn in the shoulders, and then flip the palms, same direction. Feel all those muscles in the shoulder blades start to really turn on. All right, and then rise it up, inhale. And exhale, drop the right hand down, reach the left arm up and over. Pull the belly in. Inhale and exhale right on over to the other side. And then inhale right back into center. On your exhale, cactus those arms, heart open. Inhale and exhale, squeeze those elbows together, forearms together, rise it up. Feel the chest muscles working, separating the shoulder blades. Inhale and exhale, open. Now, keeping those shoulder blades together, heart is open. We're gonna bring those fingertips, pointing them in towards the body, opening up here, creating space in the shoulder and chest. Lifting through the heart, hollowing out through the spine. Inhale and exhale, peel those fingers, rise it up, and exhale, cactus. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, lift. Inhale, open, exhale, fingers point in, heart open. Inhale, and last one, peel those fingers, rise it on up, exhale, cactus. Inhale, squeeze, and exhale, push. Squeeze it, feel that chest and the shoulders, open up, and chest stretch. This is also helping us get into that shoulder mobility. And exhale, peel those fingers, we rise it up. On your exhale, right hand, left knee, just take a little gentle seated twist, look over the left shoulder. Pull that belly up and in. Inhale, rise it towards your center. On your exhale, left hand, right knee, reach behind you. Look over that right shoulder. Deepen through your twist. Make sure you're really pulling that belly in and you're pulling through on that exhale. And then inhale, rise it to your center, and exhale. Hands down. All right, let's make our way onto our back. So just rolling on down, drawing those knees into the chest. Give yourself a second here. Inhale and then exhale. We're gonna go right into that dead bug, that alternating arm and leg. So arms are forward. Now here, you really wanna make sure that those knees are in line with those hips and those calves are parallel to your floor. And then right arm's gonna come back behind you, left leg goes long. See if you can hollow out that back here. So really flatten out the back, hold it, and then come back into your center. Those knees are gonna naturally wanna come in, so you have to guide them out, and then we just switch those sides. Keep pushing your back into the mat, flattening out the spine, coming back into center, and we switch. You should feel a little bit of that burning in the belly here, maybe even a little vibration as we alternate these legs and arm. And feel everything trying to work together. This is a big core work here, believe it or not. And the more that knee is away from your chest, the harder it is. All right, we're almost there. If you start to feel that arch coming back into your back, you have to really push that belly button down to flatten it out. All right, let's do one more. Each side. The last one. And squeeze it in. Inhale and exhale, drop those feet. All right, walking those feet out as wide as your mat. Let's just let that right leg fall in towards the center. Stretching out a little bit of the hip flexor here. And then let the left leg follow. And then inhale, we come back into center, letting that Left knee fall to the inside, keeping the right leg nice and high. Feel the internal rotation of that hip, and then let that right knee follow, opening up. Perfect. Coming back into center, draw those knees back into your chest, and just rock side to side, massaging that lower back. All right, we're gonna roll it on up into our tabletop, or if you want to, you could just roll it to the side and meet in tabletop. Otherwise, we're gonna cross those ankles and we're just gonna roll it up and shoot it back, dropping those knees down. All meeting in that tabletop position. Let's take those 5 cat-cows. So tuck the tail under, really push the floor away here, and push it even further as you draw that chin in towards the chest. So we're already starting to warm up the shoulders here as we protract through the shoulders, so really pushing the floor away to separate those shoulders. And then on that exhale, we drop the belly, peel the heart through. Stretching out through the abdominal muscles, right where the rib cage splits. Inhale, and then exhale, we round. Really exaggerate your movement here. Inhale, peel your heart through. So really bring those palms in towards the body so you feel that deep stretch all along the front. And then on that exhale, hollow it out and round. How far can you push your pelvis forward? How far can you push the floor away? Inhale, peel the heart through. We got one more after this. And exhale. Inhale, peel the heart. And exhale, we round. Inhale, neutral spine. Taking thread the needle, right hand plants underneath that shoulder. We pick up the left arm. Spiraling open, using that external rotation of your shoulder and your spinal mobility to really open up wide. On that exhale, left hand's gonna come behind the right, walking right hand out a little more, elbow straight towards the ceiling as you guide that left arm through, dropping shoulder and head down. Push the floor away, opening up. Deep twist. Four, push it away, one more breath. And 5. Inhale, we come back, bringing that right wrist stacked underneath the shoulders, opening up that left arm. Exhale, drop it down. Now let's take thread the needle on the other side. Left hand plants, wrist under shoulder. Inhale, lift the right arm, deep twist. Inhale and exhale. Walk that right hand behind the left. Walk the left hand out. Elbows straight towards the ceiling as you guide that right hand through. Drop shoulder, head down. This left hand is your leverage. Push as you deepen and look over that left shoulder. 3, going for 5, 4, and 5. One arm push up, bring that hand back underneath that shoulder, open up right arm, twisting with that thoracic spine, that mid back. On the exhale, bring it down. The mid upper back, I should say. All right, inhale, push it away. Exhale, hollow out and round. All right, neutral spine, walk those knees back just a little bit. Let's take puppy pose, walking hands forward. Hips are gonna stay high here, reaching forward. Maybe you drop your forehead down, or if you have the mobility, dropping chin down, or chest and chin, hips high. Four, really opening up through the shoulders here, the chest, the belly, and then on your exhale, slither it right on through into your Sphinx pose, pushing the floor away, peeling your heart through. Inhale and exhale, come back down. Hands to the outside of the chest, curl the toes under, roll the shoulders back, push it up. We push it back. Inhale, roll it on up, find your down dog. Hold it through. And then inhale, And on your exhale, come back down onto your knees. We're gonna drop those forearms down, bringing palms together. Make sure that those elbows are in line with the shoulder. And then here, we're pushing the floor away. I want you to really push the floor away as much as you can, really spreading those shoulder blades as far away from each other as possible. So sticking with your knees here, we're gonna do 10 protraction, retraction, so 10 shoulder push-ups here. So just letting your shoulder blades come together, allowing your torso to fall between them. And then on your exhale, we push. And then we sink in, that's 2, and we push. We sink, that's 3, and we push. Sink, push. 4, sink, push. 5, keep that belly in, sink, push. 6, 4 more, sink, push. 7, and again, 8, keep pushing it away, and 9, and 10. All right, those are very important muscles. Okay, so now from here, you can either stay onto your knees, just walking them back, finding a forearm plank with that torso sloped down, or if you feel nice and strong, we're gonna pick up those toes, push away. So this isn't like your forearm plank. You're hollowing out here, you're protracting those shoulders, and we're gonna hold this with that belly zipped up and in, almost like you're trying to bring that belly button up underneath your rib cage, pushing the floor away, feeling that strength starting to build in those shoulders, in the scapular muscles, maybe even a little burn in the belly. Almost there. And then exhale, lean forward, drop those knees, shifting your weight back, stretch it out. You can keep your forearms down, maybe your palms together. And then release your toes, slide on back, letting those shoulders drape over those knees. Just take a quick breath here in your child's pose. And then on your exhale, coming back into your down dog, roll it on up into that down dog. All right, we're gonna take 5 waves here from down dog, warming up the body a little bit. So hike those hips, round the back, roll it through, drop the hips, peel the heart through the hands. Stay up onto your toes. On your exhale, we ride that wave back. 1. And we roll through, drop the hips, peel the heart through. 2, and send it back. Inhale, ride that wave. 3, send it back. 2 more. Weight shifts back towards those heels as you drop the hips, peel the heart through the hands, and then pick it up. We got 1 more. And then inhale, roll it through. And exhale, send it back. Pick up the belly, inhale, lean forward, drop those knees, letting those shoulders drape over the knees. Take a second, letting the shoulders rest. 1, 2, we got 1 more breath. And 3, inhale, take those hands forward, roll it on up, finding your down dog, push it back. Inhale, and then exhale, find your plank. We hold our plank, we push. Really hollow out here. So remember, we're protracting the shoulders, we're lifting the belly up and in, nice strong shoulders. Widen out those feet for stability. We're gonna take 10 shoulder taps. 1, 2, 3. Try not to let that floor, that cup on your back spill. 7, 8, 9, and 10. We hold it, push. Bring those feet together. Inhale, send it back. Lift that right leg nice and high. Knee deep into the chest. Come forward, maybe tap that toe. Send it back. 1, and tap for 2, and 3. Bring it down. Switch those sides right into it. Left leg nice and high. Hollow out. Pick up those hips. Step it through. 1. Pick it up. Hollow out. Step it through. That's 2. 1 more. Knee into the chest. Get it up as high as you can. And send it back. Awesome job. Push back. Inhale and then exhale, we come back down. Send it back. Shoulders rest. Give yourself a little break here. One more breath. We're going to get right on into it and take your hands forward. Come back up. Drop it down. We're going to take a forearm plank. So here, protract those shoulders. Coming on up into a plank, we tuck the tail. So here, unlike where we were, where our hip was high, we're going to actually drop that belly low and keep pushing the shoulders away, but we're not hollowing out here. We're going to take a hold in that forearm plank, preparing for our dolphin poses. And then exhale, drop those knees. We shift the weight back, stretch it out. And on your exhale, we roll it on up, peel that heart through. Exhale, walk it through. Let's take a little puppy pose, stretch it out. Sphinx pose, roll through. Exhale, come down. Push it up. Push it back. Drape it over the knees. Inhale and exhale, we come back up. All right, dropping those forearms down, making sure that those elbows are underneath the shoulders. So checking your distance. And then keeping those palms together, we protract the shoulders. We're going to go into dolphin pose. So here, pushing the floor away, we pick up one leg. If you feel nice and strong, pick up the other leg. And if that feels good, we start to push the floor away, protracting those shoulders, walking it up. Keep walking it forward until you feel like you can't go any further, until your shoulders start to collapse. If your shoulders are collapsing, walk it back a step or two, and then find that sweet spot. You can really push the floor away, developing that strength. And 5, exhale. See if you can just drop those knees right where they are, and then let those shoulders drape over those knees. Okay, this is going to get progressive. So if you felt pretty challenged there, I want you to work on that and working on getting a nice, strong, stable dolphin pose. If you felt like you want to explore or if you have a little more space, we're going to evolve it next round. All right, inhale and exhale. Forearms down, we come back into our plank. We walk it into our dolphin. Finding your dolphin here, leaning forward. Now we pick up one leg, maybe you come onto your tippy toe and you send it back down. And we switch, pick up one leg, maybe the other, and we drop it back down. Switch and down. We switch and down and switch. This is really good for that Pinchamayurasana or any of those arm balances. All right. And one more, and drop those knees down. Woo, feel those shoulders burning. Give yourself a well-deserved break here. We got one more. Again, it's getting progressively hard, but you can do it. You got this. All right. One last breath. And exhale. Come back into those forearms. Tuck that tail. Find your dolphin pose or your variation. All right, we're going to do dolphin push-ups. So we want to really try and get that chin over the thumb or to the thumb. Okay, so find your weight and then we shift. 1, shift, 2, shift, 3, 4, 5, do we have 3 more? 6, don't collapse, 7, nice strong shoulders, and 8, drop those knees, rest. Whew, those are tough. Awesome, awesome job. So again, if you really want those arm balances, those inversion practices like your forearm stands, like pincha or or even your forearm headstands, or any of those kind of things, you need a strong shoulder. You need strong shoulders, and those drills are going to really help get you there. All right, awesome job. Inhale, reach those arms forward. On your exhale, come up into your tabletop. One cat-cow, peel the heart through. Exhale, neutral, step it back. Rise it up, down dog. Around the shoulders. Inhale and roll it through, find your plank. On your exhale, lean forward, drop your knees or stay up onto your toes, chaturanga. Lower all the way down. With control, release your toes. Slide it through. Let's take that Sphinx pose. Peeling the heart through. So here you're still pushing the floor away. Your shoulders are still active. And you're trying to peel your heart through those hands. And then on your exhale, we plant the hands. Let's take that seal pose. So maybe lengthening a little bit more through that Sphinx. And exhale, drop it back down, slide those hands, roll it back, curl the toes, push it up, push it back, roll it back through, down dog. Another chaturanga, lean forward, lower it down. How slow can you go? How slow can you drop it down to the floor? Can you control it all the way? There we go. Awesome job. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale and locust pose. Pick up those feet, pushing pelvis in towards the mat. Lift those arms, airplane arms back. Nice long neck here. Chin is gently tucked. Gaze down towards your mat. Inhale and exhale, reach forward. Inhale, cactus those arms, pulling shoulder blades back to each other. And exhale, reach it forward. Inhale and exhale, rest it down. One more time. Hands to the outside of the chest. Roll the shoulders back. Pick it up. Pick up the feet. Inhale and exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, cactus those arms. Inhale and exhale, rest it down. All right, let's take that scorpion pose. Tee out those arms, bringing the left hand to the inside of the chest, bending that left knee, dipping that toe back behind you, stretch out that shoulder, the front of the chest. And on your exhale, we roll it on over to the other side. Right hand to the outside of the chest, right knee bends, dip the toe, and open up, scorpion pose. And exhale, coming back into the center. Hands come to the outside of the chest. Roll the shoulders back, pelvis in towards the mat, leg lifts. Arms lift, reach back behind you. See if you can interlace those fingers. Lift it all up, including the chest. Stretch out the front of the chest and shoulders. Hold it. 3, 4, and 5. Reach it forward. Exhale, interlace those fingers. Rest. All right. And then inhale, hands to the outside of the chest, roll the shoulders back, pick up those legs. We're gonna do a couple little lifts here, or actually we're gonna do about 10 lifts, really building that back body strength. Hands stay hovered over the mat. We lift. 1, 2, keep that gaze down. 3, try not to crunch the neck. 4, 5, 6, 7, keep those shoulder blades together. 8, 9, and 10. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come all the way down. Hands stay to the outside of the chest. We tee out that right arm, bend that left knee. Inhale, and on your exhale, roll it on over. Scorpion pose one more time. Opening up, resetting those shoulders. And then go ahead and roll on over to the belly. We switch those sides, bend the knee, tip the toe. And on your exhale, come back into your center. Hands to the outside of the chest. Roll the shoulders back, curl the toes. Inhale. So now here we tuck the tail under, push up, push back. Inhale, we roll it up. Find your down dog. All right, gazing between those hands, we're going to step, walk, or jump. Just find your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, take a flat back. Exhale, and we fold. Again, inhale, flat back. Shoulders away from the ears. Shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, and we fold. Slight bend in the knees around the shoulders. Roll it to the top. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Samastitihi, roll the shoulders back. Equal standing. Inhale, lift. And exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Standing twist. Look over the right shoulder. Keep that belly up and in. Inhale, rise it up to the center. On your exhale, right hand forward, left arm back. Look over the left shoulder, palms face down towards the floor. Inhale, back into the center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, interlace those fingers. Pull down, heart open. Inhale, and on your exhale, fold. Keep those hands interlaced. Bringing those arms above the head. Stretching out the front of the shoulder. Pull the belly in. And then inhale, we rise back up. And then exhale back into center. Release it. Come back into cactus. Inhale, rise. Let's take one more standing twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, rise it to the center. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, rise back into the center. On your exhale, we fold once again. This time, feet or hands come down towards the feet. Belly lifts. Take your forward fold. Maybe you grab hold of those ankles or calves, wrapping those arms around. Very deeper forward fold. Inhale, take your flat back. Exhale, deepen through that forward fold. Inhale, one more flat back, shoulders long. Neck is long. Exhale and fold. Inhale, take your flat back. On your exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands. We're going to step, walk, or jump back into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Inhale, and then exhale, come down onto your knees, taking a child's pose, but let's walk it over to the left side. So left hand over to the left side, take that right hand, stack it over the top, side body stretch, drop it down. Forehead towards the floor. Inhale, come back into your center. On your exhale, we switch those sides, left hand stacks over top of the right. Fold. Inhale, we come back into the center and roll it right back up, sitting onto the shins. Now we're just going to swing those legs right on around, finding Paschimottanasana, bringing those toes towards the shin. Inhale, sit up tall, roll the shoulders back, belly in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. And then exhale, roll it right on up, roll the shoulders back. Guiding that right knee into the chest. Either keep this bottom leg straight or we're gonna bend it. So as we send that leg across, we want it about midway up the thigh. Again, leg is straight or bent. We're gonna take a seated twist. Knee hugs in towards the center, inhale, and exhale, reach behind you. Inhale and exhale, we deepen through our twist on the exhale. So as you're exhaling, that's when you deepen the twist. Inhale and exhale. If you have a bind here, you can take this opportunity to take that bind. Making sure that you're externally rotating that shoulder to deepen through. And then exhale, counter twist. Right hand comes to the inside. We look over that left shoulder. Sit up tall. And the stronger those shoulders become, the more accessible those binds become, because it is more about the strength in the shoulders rather than the flexibility, even though that they do both play a role. All right, let's go ahead and switch those sides. Bending that left knee in, we're gonna take that leg across. Again, bottom leg stays straight or we bend it. Walking that heel up about midway through the thigh, so halfway through the thigh. Knee pulls in nice and tall, so the more that knee comes across, the more space you'll have for the bind. Inhale and exhale, reach back behind you, looking over that left shoulder. If you have it, you can hook, so pushing that knee even further into the midline, or reach for that heel. Deepen through. If your knee starts to fall outward, you won't have the space to take the bind. And exhale. Maybe you take it on this side. This one might not go today. Nope. And some sides you'll find that are like that. And exhale, take that counter twist. And if you can do a bind on one side more than the other or not at all, it doesn't make you a good or bad yogi. It doesn't mean that you're bad at yoga. It just means that you just need a little bit more openness and strength in the shoulder, and that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and straighten those legs, make our way onto our back. Inhale, draw those knees in towards the chest. And exhale, drop those feet down. Go ahead and take that right leg over the left knee. Goalpost or tee those arms. Pick up those hips. We're shifting them to the right. Knees are then going to drop to the left. Anchor them down. You might have to walk that left shoulder out a little more to have the space to drop that right shoulder down. And since we are focused on shoulders today, really explore that goalpost here. So you do have to externally rotate, so that elbow has to come up as the palm comes down, working through the flexibility of that shoulder space. If you feel anything where it's grinding into the shoulder, then there's probably something wrong with your form, so I wouldn't push that. But just working on through, feeling that nice, comfortable twist. You should feel a little pressure, but nothing painful. Nothing like you're kind of like hitting bone on bone or anything like that. All right, on your exhale, squeeze the thighs towards the belly, engage that core, pick up those hips. Now we reset. Other side, left leg over right, we pick up the hips, shift them to the left, knees drop to the right. Goalpost or tee those arms. So again, trying to open up through the shoulder girdle, the chest. So we rotate the shoulder open, elbow comes up, and we rest it down. And on your exhale, squeeze, come back to center. Give yourself a big hug. Inhale and exhale, drop those feet down. All right, we're gonna work a little bit more through that mobility of the shoulder before we come all the way down. So go ahead and take those goalpost arms. If this is really hard for you, then tee out the arms, but try to open up the shoulder. So you have to rotate the shoulder back and open, and then try to bend the elbow there. So once you find that, and then If you're in your goal pose or your cactus, we're gonna try and bring the palm. So the back of the palm is facing towards the floor. Now we're gonna just rotate it, keep that elbow towards the floor, and then we try to bring that palm down. Notice how now the shoulder is internally rotating. And then we exhale, externally rotate that shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Now, if this is too much, then you can just do like those snow angels and then maybe even just bend the elbow a little bit. And that's gonna also help you with that rotation of the shoulders to gain access to these shoulder rotations. All right, let's do a couple more. Keep that belly in, back is flat. When these get too easy, you can do these on the wall with your back flat against the wall. All right, we got one more. Just push. All right, we're gonna hold it back. And then exhale, we're gonna hold it down. And then flip your palm, inhale, roll the arms above the head. Tuck your tail, straighten your legs, reach that good morning stretch. Inhale and then exhale, star pose. Hug those knees into the chest. Inhale, exhale, drop those knees down. All right, tucking that tail deeply under, flattening out the back, keeping your core active here, letting your hands rest to your side. Pick up your shoulders, rest them down. Pick up your head, rest it down. Tucking your tail deeply, straighten your right leg. Don't let that tail tuck go. Straighten your left leg. And then gently melt into your Savasana. Deep inhale and exhale. See if you can soften into your pose here. Creating space, taking up space. Let your feet fall to the side. Let your fingers curl in. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth and relax the jaw. Unfurl the brow. Take another deep breath. And exhale. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Or whatever it is that you would like to have as your one pointed focus throughout your Shavasana today. Try to let nothing come into the mind other than that one thought. Redirecting your mind to that thought over and over and over again with love, kindness, and patience each time. I'm going to leave you in silence. Enjoy your Shavasana. If you'd like a longer Savasana, go ahead and press pause. Otherwise, follow me. Let's begin to wiggle those fingers and toes. Coming back to the body, back to the breath. And then some larger movements as we roll the wrists and ankles. Bending the knees and elbows. And whenever you're ready, roll over onto your favorite side, resting your head on your arm like a pillow. Another deep sigh out, releasing any tension as you move into your new position. And then whenever you're ready, extending the top leg, using the top arm to press yourself to that nice comfortable seated position. Try to keep your eyes closed here so you don't disturb that peace you've worked so hard to create today. And once you've found your comfortable seated position, bring your hands to your knees, but this time let's bring those palms facing up for that mudra of receiving. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Or if you'd prefer the mudra of focus, bringing that pointer and thumb together, reaching the other 3 fingers down, arms extended long. Tail is tucked, belly is in, spine is long, chin is tucked. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Let's take another deep breath. And allowing yourself to settle here. Coming into the awareness of your breath. The awareness of your thoughts. The awareness of the physical space and the emotional space. And the awareness of that energetic body. And notice the shifts and changes that have already taken place within the short time that we've had together. This new version of you that now gets to walk back into the world stronger, more present, more aware, more grounded and connected. And from this new place of groundedness and awareness, inhale, let's lift those arms above the head. And on the exhale, hands heart center, setting the intention for the rest of your day. So what are you cultivating? And what are you choosing to cultivate within your life? How can you take your practice into everything that you do? Taking yoga with you into every facet of your life. And once you've set that intention, let's go ahead and send that energy down, grounding into the earth. Send it all the way up to the universe for manifestation and creation as those palms touch, hands heart center, sealing the space with our mantra. May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be peaceful, may I be filled with love. May all beings throughout time and space be happy, be healthy, be peaceful, be filled with love. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. All right, awesome job. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It is always such an honor to guide you along this beautiful journey. So I thank you for your time and your energy today. And again, I am so proud of you. You have made it halfway through the challenge. That is something to celebrate. And I look forward to seeing you back here. Same mat, new challenge. Namaste.